I got a plan.
Let's continue our march forward. We are talking about a third verb today, the verb pelvith. When I say sigem pelvith, it means officer improves. Officer needs to be improving everything around him and himself. When I say berg pelvith, it means worker repeats. Workers are not bound for improvement. Workers are meant to be repeating actions over and over again to make sure there is the order of things and the life itself won't stop. Now, when we talk about plor pelvic, it means witch abuses. As we know, witches, they like to abuse systems, they like to enshrine their leftist destroying thoughts in the system, so they build little cavities, little places which are prompted by these people to harm, to destroy and to hinder the very systems on which which everything stands on. Let's talk about when we turn it around. So pelvic sigem, so march officer, march. Yeah, so this is a form of an order. So when I say pelvic berg, it means learn worker. Learn. Workers need to learn. Alright, so let's talk about the other one. For example, pelvic plor. It means to stomp on plor. Easy, simple, you know. Don't argue with them, stomp on them. When I say sigem pelvic, sigem, it means officer invites another officer. Very beautiful. Camaraderie has always been the core of a community and it needs to stay like that. We need to foster friendship among the classes, but first thing we need to do is unite our own class of people with the same interest. Then we can reach out to other he and she. Alright, let's talk about sigem pelvic berg. So here you can see that officer carries a worker. Officer is always keeping workers safe, but he metaphorically carries him forward, because if he doesn't carry him forward in the safety or etc., it means that the worker falls into the damp darkness of the witch, the plor. When we talk about sigem pelvic plor, it means officer stomps on the witch. Self-evident, very beautiful. Officer destroys the witch. Yeah, that's what we like to see. Now, when we talk about berg pelvic sigem, it means worker helps officer. You know, we can only do so much, we can only carry them so far, but at the end of the day, we also need help from the workers, from the people who keep the wheels, the so-called wheels of economy of the world spinning, so we sometimes also need help. Now, when I say my throat, I've been talking too much today. After this lecture, I'm going to need a time off. So, when I say berg, pelvic berg, it means worker makes deal with another worker. It is good for a class to cooperate, as I have mentioned. So these people like to make deals. They are not so keen on the class unity, but they can cooperate through deals and through money. Now let's talk about berg pelvic plor. So it is unfortunate that the worker, he sees everybody as a fellow worker. He sees officer as another worker, but he also sees which as also part of their work. There is a reason why nationalism was so prevalent in 20th century, because populism is built on masses, popularity, populus, it's from Latin, to be popular, and popular things are perceived by regular people. Now I'm not going to talk in a demeaning way, but regular people are kind of stupid, they see everybody as their own, etc., etc., and they sometimes they tend to not see the differences. It's unfortunate, but it's what it is. So these people, when they believe that a snake amongst their midst is not a snake, and they believe it wholeheartedly, they will not recognize when it bites them. They'll be like, oh, it's a baby, it's a baby, oh, the baby bit me with fangs, oh, I'm dying, baby bit me, protect the baby. All right, so that's unfortunate. That's why we are here, we SIGEM officers, etc., other categories with V. All right, now let's talk about the last category for today, the category of they. For example, the plur pelvith sigem. It means that the witch is stomped by officer. I'm still developing this language, so if you got any other examples of how to demean the witch, comment it down below. So other examples: plur pelvith berg. This one is unfortunately known. Again, the witch is hiding amongst the populace, amongst the workers. It is unfortunate. Sometimes when you are trying to call the witch, the populace gets in the way. That's why you really ought to protect the populace from the incoming, hiding and scheming witch-like population of foreign interest. Now, let's talk about plur pelvith. Plur, it means that witch cooperates with witch. As we know, they like to help each other, they also like to cooperate. It's natural. If you see one witch helping another, one witch cooperating with another, you know that automatically both of them are witches. And that is all for today's video. Remember to like, remember to subscribe, and remember to spread the message of Lingsoph towards other people. And that's all for today. Praise be to Lingsoph. Bye.